Hi Caspar, on the 22nd of May 2024, and a pop quiz question. What white wine is moderate in alcohol, will last for many, many years in bottle, and requires nothing in the way of oak aging? The answer, of course, is Riesling, and that's exactly what I've got in my glass. And Riesling still, for some people, a hard sell, no matter how much us wine merchants bang on about the qualities of it. I think most wine merchants would say it's the one of, if not the greatest white grape varieties in the world, able to render extraordinary sort of iterations of this, the places from which it comes, and you know, the world has come back to Riesling somewhat, and I think New World versions, particularly Australian versions, have probably assisted that, catalysed renewed interest. What have we got here? It's 2020. It's Rheingau Riesling Trocken, which is German for dry, made by Fricke. Ava used to work at a winery called Lights, which I think is in the Tsar. Very senior winery, making superb wines, but has been making your own wines now for, gosh, 20 years or so. We offered I think 2013, several different wines from this estate. This is obviously a dry wine, 2020, so still really quite young. It's the most beautiful colour in the glass. It's a pale lemon yellow, looking slightly steely, but very clear and very pretty. Let's give it a sniff. Well, you know, when it's very hot outside, that sort of 6 o'clock gin and tonic of a Friday night or a Saturday evening is a thing to relish, and that smell of gin and tonic lets you know you're in for a refreshing time of it. And this is exactly the same. There's a sort of a link here in that citrus, electric, vivid, fresh smelling. It's got lime all over it. Fresh lime juice, not sort of lime cordial. And notions of spice around it. It's got a bit of the orchard about it too, a sort of green apple. Sometimes young Riesling, I think, and young Chablis are very close in character. This, I think, it could not be mistaken for crisp Chardonnay at all. It's got a little element of pear about it, but all crisp, crunchy, cool, vivid. It smells absolutely delicious. It smells like, hopefully, what it's going to be, which is very refreshing. Gosh, that's just fabulous. What it does have, I mean, Riesling has this extraordinary ability to have both concentration and density, but whilst retaining this extraordinary sort of lightness of touch. This is 12% alcohol, so not the lowest, sort of, not like the Mosel. Some of the Mosel Rieslings get down to sort of 7.5%. But it's moderate in terms of what we're offered in today's sort of bottlings from around the world. But it's got such presence in the palate, that citrus thing, the acidity, which is really just grapefruit and a little bit pithy, almost fractionally bitter. Don't let that put you off, but it just adds to that extraordinary freshness. It's a charge through the palate, and it's a wine that's charged with sort of electric energy and freshness. The spice, it's still gripping my salivary glands. giving me a totally fresh experience. As vivid as the nose is, the palate is uber vivid. It's defined. It's very long in the mouth. It's got a slightly saline quality, that a glimpse of pear, but this sort of slightly salty, limey, grapefruity push to the very long finish. It's got a superb texture to it as well. And that lightness, you know, it's a wine you can drink on its own quite happily. With salads would be absolutely stunning. You know, it's 2020 vintage. I think it'll last another 5 years standing on its head, possibly quite a lot more than that. It's absolutely delicious. Gosh, yummy. I'm going to shut up, but we've still got a little bit of stock of this. So if people want to find out what I'm clearly ranting about, let us know. That's been 2020 Rheingau Riesling Trocken from the rather wonderful Fricke. It's just a delight. Fabulous.